Hello Aditya Oberoi, I'm Shivani from Student Coding. Yeah,
Hi
glad,
Shivani,
glad to
glad to be
meet you.
here.
Yeah, yeah. So before starting and before knowing about the MSc, I would like to request you please introduce yourself first.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I am Aditya Obrai, a sophomore at Amity University, Noida, currently pursuing computer science and engineering. I've been quite active in the student developer communities around me for the last 10 months or so, working in various capacities such as an ambassador for CompShare or as a Microsoft student partner, now to be Microsoft Learn student ambassador. Apart from that, I'm also a community intern at ProGate.
Okay, so can you elaborate to our candidates like what is a Microsoft Student Partner and what is the aim of that program?
All right. So the student partner actually now it's going to be rebranded this month. It's going to be called the Learn Student Ambassador Program. It is essentially a program which to bring in on-campus evangelists for Microsoft. On-campus evangelists are essentially folks who bring the products that Microsoft is offering for students and student communities to their local areas, such as take Microsoft Learn, for example. This is your for students, Imagine Cup maybe. So our role is to bring these technologies, bring this exposure to our local communities. And we're essentially on-campus leaders and representatives of the organization.
Okay, so if any student want to apply for this Microsoft Student Partner, so like is there any prerequisite for them?
Not particularly. Definitely, if you have former experience working in the community, or maybe just with clubs or societies in your college, maybe as a speaker or in an organizational capacity, that definitely helps. And yes, um, a passion to learn and decent communication skills will help you a lot because when you work on your application, you'll have to record a video, and apart from that, there are two writing samples apart from that. So definitely a command over English will be helpful. But at the end of the day, when you are working with your local regions, even if it's with a different language, that's perfectly all right. You should really have a passion to learn. That's the most important.
Okay, like you want to say if I am a second year or if I am completed my degree, then only I can apply or there is no restriction that I must be a college student for that. Like is it
Or
like
you
this or
have to be a
you
you
can
have to
apply?
be a college student. You have to be enrolled in
Yeah.
any higher education um, institution. So whether it's a bachelor's or master's, that's perfectly all right. There's no restriction on what degree you're doing. So you don't have to be a computer science student. You can be pursuing any degree for that matter. But you have to be enrolled in a higher education institution.
Yeah, that means for applying for MSP you must be a student.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So like how one can apply for the Microsoft Student Partner or what are the procedure for that?
All right. So when you go to the website that is studentambassadors.microsoft.com, you will directly find the apply now option on the website there. When you click on that, it will first take you to a page where you fill in some of your personal information and all, and after that, it will show you where you can fill in your writing samples, your written samples, and where you can share the link for your video sample as well. Now, these written and video samples are essentially there to be able to find out what kind of a person and a student you are. So, when we open that application, there are three components of that of the samples. The first one is Inspire, which is essentially there to see if you can actually why you really want to enroll in the program and whether you will be able to, or at least you'll be able to try to lead your local communities and make that kind of a change. The second aspect of it is teach, in which you actually try to show, how you teach a concept, or if you actually end up teaching a specific concept. So it's pretty broad, but I remember when I'd applied, I actually explained linear search, for example. There's gonna be someone who teaches a different concept, maybe. So that aspect is to see whether you can express yourself when you're teaching a concept. It doesn't actually test your level of intelligence or comfort with any particular technology, just to see if whether you can express yourself properly. Because as a student partner, you're definitely going and working with a lot of technical concepts as well. So the ability to teach is very important. The third one is promote, which is to see whether you can promote and market an event. So yeah, those are the three components of the written sample section. Out of these three, you have to make a video on anyone. When we were there, when we applied, we had to make it on Inspire. Now it's open, and they can decide whichever of the three they want to make a video on. But we've still seen that most people work on Inspire typically.
Okay, that's great. But we can see like nowadays people don't know about this kind of opportunity. But from where you will come to know about this Microsoft Student Partner?
I had actually, I mean, when I was in first year, we did a hackathon in our college. We had a physical hackathon, and there we had a few student partners. So that's when I first heard about it. So we had a few student partners in GitHub Campus Experts there. That was when I first heard about it. And after first year, I just applied. Just, let's just go ahead, try, see what happens. And
Okay.
yeah, it worked out for me.
Okay, like being
Actually, with
in a
the
Microsoft.
application, I did work on a blog as well, so I can share the link for that too. It'll be available. Yeah. Now it says student partner, even though the program is being rebranded, the application procedure for now is the same. So it can definitely be looked at, and I have shared my Inspire and Teach sample there as well, so that if someone wants an idea of that, they can always
Yeah, that will
check
be
that out.
great.
Yeah, I just don't recommend plagiarism. They're kind of strict on that. So don't copy paste, please.
Okay, being in a Microsoft Student Partner, what will you think? Like, what will be the impact of being in Microsoft Student my partner, or what will be the this brand or uh, this title will hold for you? What is the value of it, Microsoft Student Partner?
I honestly, more than the title, the biggest, most valuable part of this for me has been the community, because you are directly placed into a global community with tech enthusiasts in a variety of fields from all across the world. And we're there, we are present on Microsoft Teams, and apart from that, we're active on other forums, on other channels. We've got Discord servers, we've got Telegram, we've got our WhatsApp groups, and it's really a fantastic learning and networking opportunity. Apart from that, the impact, if I get into the impact that I am trying to make, definitely what this program does is that it puts you on a kind of a pedestal, or at least provides you a platform to be able to speak. So sometimes, if you have something to share, maybe just a tag along with that will help you get to that platform where you can share it a little faster. And that really helps you reach out to more and more people. Because if you really have something good to share, and here this provides your platform, then why not go ahead and actually try that?
Okay. So once you apply for this Microsoft Student Partner program, like how much time period it will require to come to know that you are selected?
All right. So the student partner program is now accepting applications quarterly. So about 3 or 4 times a year, they will announce results in batches. So depending, I mean,
Okay.
typically now, for example, this time it happened in July, since they've rebranded and they're announcing towards the end of July, in all probability. Now that, I mean, the prospective date is July 20th. We don't know exactly what it is, but for that, typically June would is the time by which they would close the application. If anyone applies after that, it will automatically go over for the next cohort. Now, for
Okay.
this same, if someone ends up applying in April or May, it would take more time. But you have a fair idea as to when they're going to announce. So, because now it's July, in all probability, it'll be 3 4 months from now. That's going to be the next date, and accordingly, you can guess. And I think, if you end up applying for it a little earlier, that helps out definitely, because suppose you do something newer in between, or you want to update your application, you feel some aspect of it is not up to mark. You always have time to edit it before it goes into review.
Yeah, that means you can suggest that this is the correct time that you can apply for this program.
This is a good time. I mean, if you apply right now, you're gonna have a lot of time to work on the application because probably your results will come out about 3 4 months from now. So this would be a good time.
Okay, cool. So what do you think, personal, what do you think, like what is the benefit of being a Microsoft student partner? Like, except for being in goodies and all these things, huh?
Yeah, the goodies are really good. I mean, we've got different
That's
networks.
why I said
One thing
except
is
this
that,
thing.
yeah. So apart from that, I really think the network is fantastic. I mean, the community really at the end of the day, it's increased my exposure to be honest. Until student partner, I was not involved in communities particularly, and it really helped me realize how powerful your network in your community can actually be. So that is definitely one of the biggest um, pros of the program.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please put some light on it. What tell us about your different milestone, or like you can also say like how can you use this lockdown period for your productive work?
Definitely. All right. So if we take the student partner, now the student partner had four milestones: Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Beta, and Gold. I think with the Learn Student Ambassadors, they're now merging the Alphas. Now the Alpha 1 is where we entered. So when we joined the program, everyone joined as an Alpha 1, and that provided us access to quite a lot of services to take TechSmith's products, Camtasia and Snagit, which are great for creating educational videos and other such kind of sessions and all. So it's really very helpful with that when you're when you're writing articles. So to work with images for educational purposes, they're designed for that kind of um, a community or that kind of a those kind of folks. So you get access to these kind of technologies. Then apart from that, we've got the Microsoft Learn courses and all. So when we joined, our first milestone was to complete a Microsoft Learn course. Now, for those who don't know, Microsoft Learn is Microsoft's own learning platform. They've got a variety of courses. Take Azure, Power Platform, Xamarin, C Sharp.net. They've got courses for all of these different technologies up there. And yes, you can in fact even train for some of the certifications from there. They've got the content for those as well. Now, the first, once you complete that and you report it, our next was that would automatically qualify you for Alpha 2. Alpha 2 gave us access to Visual Studio Enterprise, which included LinkedIn Learning, um, 6 months of LinkedIn Learning, $150 monthly Azure credits, and an entire suite of Microsoft products. So if you've got Windows licenses, Office keys, and a lot of such, a lot of these softwares available there. And it's not just a single key; you've got multiple five keys for a lot of them. So after we have access to VS Enterprise, you've got LinkedIn Learning. The next role that you have is to organize an event. Now, I mean, when we joined in, we had physical events. Right now, we've totally transitioned to a virtual format. So we're running virtual sessions via Microsoft Teams live events, or even on YouTube on a weekly basis. Practically, we have something happening every other week. And yes, virtual events are definitely a great way to reach out to the audience because what that has done for us is that when we had physical events, we were restricted to our local communities. Because of virtual events, the entire internet is open for us.
Yeah.
So um, the second, I mean, after we organize our first event, that qualifies us for the beta milestone. Now, the beta milestone is where we have Slack support. Earlier, we even had food and beverage support as they had a tie-ups with Subway. Now, due to the lockdown and the pandemic, obviously they've closed that for the time being. But there's a lot of other things happening because once you are at a beta level, you actually we have annual regional ambassador summits as well, which happen like for example, we've got the Asia Summit, the EMEA, that is Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and we've got the America Summit happening in which there are 50 people who are selected. 20 of them, no, sorry, 30 of them Microsoft funds, and there are 20. whose travel is self-funded. So being a beta maximizes your chances for getting selected for these as well, which have their own applications. Now that opens up at beta. Last and the final milestone is the gold milestone. Now, the gold milestone is given to those who have been highly and exceptionally active in the community for a long period of time. So, when we joined, the minimum criteria for gold announced was that at least someone has to be active for over a year, and it is you can only be selected by the MSP operations team for that. You can't actually apply for that. So if you're active enough, you're working for the community, then you may be invited to the gold milestone. If you're active for at least a year, so you also have to get renewed for that. So that is
Oh,
the
great.
basic requirement for gold. And when you become a gold, that provides you a very different kind of an access to within the program, because then you have mentorship from the global program lead Pablo Veramendi. You get access and invites to exclusive events as a speaker maybe, and you can also be invited to become a Microsoft MVP after that. So those are some of the perks of the gold milestone.
Oh, great. Like today we come to know about a lot of opportunities. Just
Yeah,
before that we just know about the what is the Microsoft Student Partner. But now we will come about all the milestones and all these things. So thank you Aditya Oberoi for knowing all these opportunities and knowing all these levels of milestone to our candidates. And I will sure that all the students will get benefit from this. Thank you so much
I
for
hope so.
this.
Thank you for having
Yeah.
me.